service of Sapphira Radio. Welcome on Sunday, July 30th. Today we celebrate International Day of Friendship. Don't forget in the coming days to meet with a long unseen friend or at least grab the phone to refresh old friendships.
Today's sermon in the Warsaw parish of Paul from Tarsus, based on the letter to the Romans, chapter 18, verses 15 to 39, highlights the unceasing love of God in Jesus Christ to every person. Persecution or difficulties will not separate us from this love, and forgiveness plays a key role in the healing process. Unconditionally loved by God, we receive from Him hope and encouragement at every stage of life. Learn more from the parish information service at www.christiansinpoland.com.
News from the country and the world. Italian Catholic organizations express support for the peace initiative of the Apostolic See, entrusted by Pope Francis to Cardinal Matteo Zuppi. It aims to open paths of peace in Ukraine. At the same time, these movements call for public discussion about Italy's accession to the 2017 UN treaty banning the use of nuclear weapons.
Last Thursday, Ayatollah Sayyid Hassan Nawab and Zahra Sidai from the Iranian mission to the UN met with representatives of the World Council of Churches. Issues related to education and interfaith cooperation were discussed. Participants planned actions to increase understanding between communities of different religions and denominations.
Father Giulio Albanese, commenting for Vatican Radio on the coup in Niger, emphasized the influence of the situation in Eastern Europe on Africa. He noted the visible influence of the Wagner Group, supporting local regimes. Associated Press pointed to the presence of this private army. For example, in Mali, the growing influence of Russia in Africa was emphasized, related to, among other things, the promise of free grain for many African countries.
Banza Lubana Kaluwashi, born in Congo, kidnapped and imprisoned, converted to Christianity while in captivity. After regaining freedom, he decided to preach the gospel in word and deed. Now he has been honored at a conference in Tanganyika as an evangelist. Kaluwashi founded churches in Congo, supported by American missionaries. He contributed to the translation of religious texts and the establishment of schools. His grandchildren plan to continue his mission by setting up churches, schools, and hospitals.
Cardinal Jegors Riss explained that women can fulfill various roles in the church if they do not require ordination, which is reserved for men. He stated that the church has no authority to change this rule, but this is not discrimination. He emphasized the necessity of women's presence in the public sphere, including in the church.
Recruitment for the Noble Package program is underway, which is seeking about over 9,000 volunteers to help the needy in Poland. Volunteers collect information about the needs of individuals and coordinate the transfer of support from donors. Applications are accepted on the website of the Noble Package. Last year, the program engaged over 12,000 volunteers, helping almost 15,000 families.
At the Worship Together conference, the role of spiritual rest was emphasized, and excessive use of social media was identified as a barrier to achieving it. After the conference, participants undertook a digital detox. They noticed that time without media allows for better perception of God's whispers. Signals indicating the need for detox, such as lack of sleep or concentration problems, were highlighted. Participants were encouraged to reflect on their lifestyle, reminding them that our identity on social media does not define us as children of God.
Teenager Noemi Marangoni saved 5 people during her first day of work on a beach in Italy. She was just 19 when she received her lifeguard certification. The conditions were challenging, with strong wind and rough sea. Despite this, she bravely went to assist a kiddie surfer and an elderly man who had trouble returning to shore. She then saved the man's wife and son, as well as 2 boys. Despite her heroism, she modestly said that she just did her job.
Łukasz Prokop, a paraglider from Lublin, set a new Polish and European record for the longest paraglider flight. He flew 438 kilometers on an ENC-class equipment. The flight lasted almost 9.5 hours. Unfortunately, he had to end the flight due to the wind that pushed him towards the border with Belarus. Prokop admits that under other circumstances, he could have flown even further. The paraglider now plans to rest with his family, but does not rule out taking on further challenges.
That's all in this news service. Stay tuned to Sapphira FM. May God bless us all.